Hello friends, welcome to demo of my ERP system. Uh, the system is designed to streamline procurement, inventory management, and accounting while ensuring compliance and efficiency in the transactions. So before we begin the live demo of this ERP system, let me give you the basic features that it carries. So first of all, it can handle multiple companies, multiple units, spread which may be spread across different regions, different states of the country. The systems provide role-based accesses, means every user in this system would have a role, and accordingly, as permissions are granted, he will be able to access only those part of the systems which he is permitted to use. Uh, Secondly, there is a dedicated admin panel. From there, you can structure all your masters, all your permissions, user roles, etc., etc. The system also caters to need of approvals based on role and the monetary limit of a user. So, for example, for a quotation, there will be a dedicated person according to his authority as has been defined in the authority matrix. He would be able to grant his approvals, and system will automatically reroute these transactions for approval to the respective person who is authorized to approve this transaction. And finally, user will have access, ensuring that procurement account store balance teams only see the relevant data to them. So let me now take you to the system. So let me log into the system first. So this is the command to run my server. So this will give me a link from where I can log into the system. So this is my login page. So today I'm going to demonstrate to you my procurement process from quotation till MRN preparation, its accounting entries and material being allocated to the respective store location. So let me log into the system. So this is the interface that we get after logging it into the system. The system will welcome you. It will show you your name and your workspace. This workspace is basically allocated on the basis of a rule that has been defined in the system itself. So the procurement system begins from the quotation entry, the selected quotation. So previous process has not been mapped as yet. So we will start from the quotation entry. As we click this link, we will get this interface. So here if you see, there is a transaction type, there is a quotation number. Quotation number would be punched manually since it's a third party document, so it will have its own number, so we won't be able to we will have to punch that system in the system. Then there is a quotation date, then there is a supplier whom we can select. So this is a list of suppliers. Let us first, for the purpose of this example, take Chandigarh distilleries. Next is delivery terms. So let us assume it's X factory, and there is a valid from and valid till column, during which this quotation shall remain valid for making purchase orders. Next is miscellaneous cost. If there is anything above that is agreed to be paid, we can put here. Then credit terms, then taxes are extra. So if Form C is required to be furnished to, we can click here that Form C is required. Now just say it could be a non-VAT item, non-GST item. Therefore, we will click this Form C so as to know that Form C is required. Then we can choose the file, the quotation hard copy, and we can attach that to our system. Then finally, it's the currency. So if there is a foreign, let us assume there is a foreign vendor, then the currency shall accordingly be changed. So here is the list of currencies. Right now we have only three currencies, but we can add as many currencies as we want, and then we will press submit. So once it is done, the system will return to ask you the details. It will give you a quotation you have just created. Now you have to select the item, what item you want to purchase. Now you can enter the quantity of the quotation. It's 1 lakh liters. You don't need to write liters because it's mapped at the back end itself. Let us say rate is 65 rupees. Then it will ask you, would you like to add another item or not? Now, if you press yes, it will again return here. If you press no, the quotation will be created here. So if you press submit here, yes, the quotation is created. Now, today's date is 14th of June. So if you go below, so if you see, this is the record that we have created. This is Chandigarh district. This is 1 lakh quantity, 65 is the rate. This is the validity. This is the balance quantity. Now here if you see, we have the name of the person who is authorized to approve this. So right now the approval status is false. So we can't move any further till such time this quotation is approved. So we have to raise the PO. Only this quotation will be available to us once it has been approved. So it ensures that no unapproved quotation is used to prepare the purchase orders. So now if you see here, it will give you a list of quotations which are pending for raising. You see it's showing none as of now. So there is no quotation for which PO is to be created. Now let us log in as user who is trying to approve this. That is his credentials. Now if you look at this quotation is available for him to approve. So I will just put the approval button here, and so this screen is blank since it is approved, so there is nothing more to approve here. So then he can simply log out from this place, and I again log as requirement deploy. So we again come back to the same interface here. So if I now click this, you will see this now quotation is appearing here for approval. So I can use this link to create a PO. So first NPO I have to select the business. So business is basically three types: exempted, taxable, and zero rated. So this selection would have an impact on the treatment of GST. Would it be a ITC account or would it be with my landed cost? So if you see transaction type is PO, quotation is already there. So since now in this case the freight is X factory, so I have to select a freight rule. So let us this Chandigarh district freight pool is here, Patiala to Palwal. So I select this one and submit. So once I submit, look, this was the quantity here as per the quotation. So now I can input what quantity I intend to purchase. So I can put 50,000, let us say, and submit again. So now if you look at my purchase order list, so here is the purchase order that I have just created, 30,500. 50,000 the quantity. Now again here is the person who is authorized to approve this. The system automatically on based of monetary limit set for the user approvers would identify who is the user. Now before we can move any further, then we have to first approve this order. Only then we can this will be available for a receipt entry. So let us log out from here and get into the account of S. Rohan. So if you see, this is the order as 14th of June. This is this one, this line. So the now approval status as of now is false. So if I click approve here, this line will not appear any here anymore. So this now has been approved. So you can see. So if you do not approve, you can revert back the order to necessary action. So let us now go back and again no PO is created. So now what will happen next step is when some vehicle arrives factory, to let me see whether my recording is, yes, it's running. So let us move to security. This is so when the vehicle will report here, we will have to make a gate entry. So if you look here, so here are the orders against which are approved now. And if you see at the last, this is the order that we created. Now this is available to him for making a gate entry. So he approves this, his entry. He enters necessary details here. Whatever LR number, date. You can select a date from this. Driver name, let's see. And you can put anything here. Then his license number. Invoice number would be there on the invoice, and he has to sort of punch here. That is invoice date. It's 14, let's say. Then invoice quantity, let's say it's 25,000. Then you have to put the invoice value, looking at the invoice. Then the item category, it's local spirits. So he has to select local spirits. Then you will simply submit. So here is the now the get entry made. So if you look at, and this vehicle will get out of the factory, he will punch the out time of the vehicle. But right now, this vehicle will show as a out and get entry pen which is pending. The vehicle is inside the factory. Now next step is the quality control. So we'll have to, now he has to log out here from here. Sorry, log out. Then he has to log in as a quality. So this is basically the credentials of the quality person who is responsible for doing the quality check. So when he will log in, he will see now this item is there here with quality checks, and this is showing quality check pending. So now he will have to update quality report. So here is the gate entry. Now here is the specifications against which the quality control has to be carried out. Then observed value, let us say it's 95. Let us say he has to click OK here. He has to certify the quantity. Then he has to submit. Then again, so if there are three parameters, so one parameter is audible, so he is left with only now two parameters. Again here he will fill the value. Let's say it's 68. Again he will press OK here. Then he will submit. Then third time, this is the last one. So value is 30, is okay, and submit. Now once this is there, so if you see there are no gate entries now left for him to check. So now we can log out. The next step is basically unloading of the vehicle. So here is the person who will so if you see vehicle here in factory, it's showing 10, but our vehicle would be here. So if you see, this is the vehicle, 14 June. So you will fill a unloading report. This is the gate entry. Item, let's say bill quantity is 25,000. Actual quantity is, let's say, and it is not complicate, 25,000. So there is no further item for him, so he will press no, then he will submit. Now if you look at here, the many vehicles are now, so this vehicle has now been unloaded. Now once this vehicle is unloaded, then we come to, we have to log out. Then this, we have to move into unit finance payable account, and so now if you look at here, now this vehicle is here. Now we can now generate MRN. MRN, and here to punch the e-way bill number. So if we submit here, then our MRN is now created. Now let us see what has actually been created, because on the face of it you don't see much thing happening, but on the back end there are a number of things that are happening. So let us go to our database now to see what. Just 1 second. So let us go to our table now. So this is our material sheet load table. So if you look at here, so this is the MRN that has been created. MRN number 12, 146. This is e-way bill number. This is quality approval. Yes. So all these. So let me make it big little bit to showcase what information is actually getting stored here. So this is the unload report, this is the unit, this is the transaction type. This MRN is also having an item, so let us go to, so if you look at the reference is 25 here. So if we go to MRN item, we'll see this MRN here. So this is 25,000, this is the quantity, this is the actual quantity, this is the value. Now this is the CST. If you calculate, it would be 2% of this. Then this is the freight, which is calculated as per freight rule that we gave initially. Now CGST, STST is nil, and if you see, there is a IGST freight here, which is 5% of the freight cost. Now no custom duty, etc. And this is the landed cost. So we have now created an MRN. So since now MRN has been created, there would also be a accounting entry that has been passed. So let us see that also. So we have to go to our INV transaction account. So let us. So this is the transaction that has been created. This is the landed cost. This is credit to the provision supplier account, and this is provision freight account that has been, and that entry has been created now. Now last step of this now is that stock location has to be now given to this material. So let us again go into account of procurement employee and log in there. Sorry, there's something wrong. Some problem. So let me reload this page. Yeah. So if we click this link, MRN pending stock collection, now you can see this item here. This is the entry that we received. Now we will press this allocate stock location. So transaction type again is MRN, and this is the MRN, the last one. And here we will allocate storage location. Storage location ST1. This is storage location. Tank is ST1. Available. Already stock is here. So we'll submit here. So now that stock has been created. Stock has been created. Now let us just once see our stock register, how it is dealing with the transaction. So here is my stock ledger. So if I go to, now this has already 2 pages. If I go to second page, so this is the last entry that has been done. So this is 14,625. This is the entry that we have done. So if you see, what are these columns? Stock entry ID. Stock entry ID is 102. Unit is 1. Transaction type ID. This is the MRN reference from where it has come. This is the date. Now this is the landed cost of this transaction. As you saw last time, this is the average rate, 68.02. So if you see, this is the opening stock. So we have to see last transaction here. This is the last transaction. 41,412 was the stock, and 27,97,566 was the value. Now this is now becomes opening stock. After this transaction, this is the closing stock, and this is the value of the stock. So this basically summarizes the entire transaction flow of materials. Now these goods can be issued to production, which we'll see in our subsequent video for other production processes. Thanks now for watching. Thank you.